My mama called, seen you on TV. Son said it done changed. Ever since we was on, I dreamed it all. Ever since I was young, they said I won't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation.
What's up, y'all? I know y'all probably like, every time she make a video, she in the car. I go a lot of places. I be super busy. But I'm gonna touch on the subject. Somebody asked me yesterday to talk about what happened between me and Amir's dad. I'm not gonna really get into full detail about it because, you know, that's between us. But I will say that it was just, the relationship wasn't working. It was just, I wasn't happy. He wasn't happy. We was arguing. It wasn't working. So I'm gonna tell y'all how everything started. I was actually living downriver, and everybody from Michigan knows where downriver is. If you don't, it's like before Detroit. It's, you know, Romulus, Taylor, Lincoln Park, that type of area. And I started working at 7-Eleven. And when I was working there, you know, I had ended up meeting him. He actually worked with me, and I met him. And I kind of started to, you know, I kind of had a little crush on him. I was like, okay, kind of cute. All right, nice guy. So my friend that I was actually working with there, I'm not going to say anybody's names. My friend that I was working with there was like, you should talk to him. I was like, okay. So she actually, you know, kind of, in a way, kind of hooked us up. We all ended up going to my son's dad's mom's house for the girl's birthday party. And the girl that hooked me up with my baby's dad was actually talking to his brother. So we all went over to their mom's house for her birthday party, and we were drinking and having a good time. And yeah, we, you know, obviously ended up having sex. So when that happened, I had been, you know, I had kind of been talking to him for maybe a couple weeks, but we hadn't decided that we wanted to date. So after we ended up, you know, having sex and all that stuff happened, he actually ended up asking me the next day if I would actually be his girlfriend. And I was like, yeah. So we started dating. I actually ended up finding out I was pregnant 2 months after we started dating. We started dating in December, and I found out I was pregnant in February. So yeah, it happened pretty quick. I'm not gonna lie, I did get pregnant pretty quick. But that's, you know, that doesn't even matter. So flash forward, we were doing good, but I started noticing, you know, certain things was kind of iffy. I was kind of, you know, confused about certain things. I'm like, why does he act like this? And there was certain stuff he was doing that was like red flags kind of waving at me. Now I knew he had children, and I knew that he had an ex-girlfriend, but I didn't know that they were still talking. So I remember one day I was over there, and I guess his kid's mom ended up popping up at the house, and I was in the bed sleep, and he's like, you gotta get up, get dressed, and he's like, go in a different room. And I'm like, okay. So something clicked in my head, like, obviously you're still messing with her or something. So I ended up finding out I was pregnant a couple weeks after that. And usually before my period starts, I cramp. Like for a full week before my period starts, I cramp really, really bad. And I noticed up until this week, I wasn't cramping. I'm like, why am I not cramping? So I was supposed to start the 25th. The 25th of February, I was supposed to start my period. I woke up that morning and was like, where's my period at? And that boy was like, nowhere to be found. Like, Aunt Flo was not there, bro. So I'm like, all right. So I drove up to the store, and I got 2 of the, sorry y'all, my camera keep falling. I bought 2 of the pregnancy tests from Walmart. And I got home, and I took them. And, dang, hold on, y'all. My bad. So I took them. When I took the test, it instantly lit up positive. Like, it happened so quick. Like, it lit up positive so fast. I was like, bro. So I went right upstairs, and I told my mom. Actually, the first person I told was Brian's brother's girlfriend. Brian is my son's dad. I ended up telling his brother's girlfriend. I called her like, oh my God. She was like, what's wrong? I was like, I'm pregnant. She's like, no. I'm like, yeah. So I told her, and then I called my blood brother's girlfriend, Brittany, after that. And I told her, and she's like, did you tell mom yet? I was like, no. She's like, put me in your pocket and go upstairs and tell her. So I stuck Brittany in the pocket, and I went upstairs and told my mom. You know, a lot of people are like, how are you just so calm when you told her? Because I was an adult. So, you know, I was on the right path. I had a job. I was graduating high school. So, you know, I was like, it's not like I'm 16, 17. You know, I was 20 almost. So I went upstairs and I was like, hey, mom, I got something to tell you. She was like, what's up? She was asleep. And she sat up and looked at me, and I was like, I'm pregnant. She was like, are you? I'm like, yeah. She was like, oh, you should probably go make a doctor's appointment. And then she laid back down and went back to sleep. I was like, oh, that was easy. So I went downstairs, and you know, after that, she's like, have you told Brian yet? I said, no. She was like, you should go tell him. I said, okay. So she told me I could. This is before I had my own car. So I ended up going over to Brian's house, and when I got over there, you know, I kind of looked at him, and he's like, what's wrong? And I was like, I gotta talk to you. He's like, okay. Every dude knows that when a girl says she gotta talk to you, something about to happen. So I didn't really know what to do. Like, I kind of panicked a little bit. Like, I was happy. I was excited to finally have a baby, because everybody that knows me knows I've wanted kids for a while. So I had tried with my ex-boyfriend before, and I couldn't get pregnant. And you know, I kind of just looked at him, and he's like, what? Why are you looking at me like that? And I just pulled the test out and kind of threw it on the bed, and he was like, what's this? I was like, look at it. So he looked at it, and he's like, oh shit, for real? I'm like, yeah. He was like, fuck. I'm like, is that a bad fuck or is that a good fuck? Like, what is it? And he's like, no, not bad, just dang, like kind of scared. I was like, yeah, me too. So after that, you know, he was good. He was kissing on my belly, and he was like, dang, like, for real, you really pregnant? I was like, yeah. He was like, oh man. He's like, man, I hope it's another boy. So me and him was cool. But then I was like, you know, it kind of changed. Like, the next day, he kind of switched up on me, and it was like, don't post nothing on Facebook. I'm like, why? He's like, just don't. I'm like, okay. And then he kind of was like making subliminal like threats towards me. Like, if you post it on Facebook, I'm gonna do this. And I'm like, why can't I post my pregnancy on Facebook? I'm excited about being pregnant. It's not like this was a bad thing and I didn't really want to have kids. Like, I'm excited, so let me be excited. And he was like, no, don't post nothing on Facebook. I'm not playing. So when I told my mom the text that he said, and she was like, why is he acting like that? He must be high in something. Little did I know, he was still sleeping with his other baby's mom and didn't want her to find out. And they had 3 kids together. And I guess he didn't want her to find out that I was pregnant. So, you know, me being me, and I'm a Taurus, I'm bullheaded. I wouldn't have posted it anyway. Because at the end of the day, it's my pregnancy. How you gonna tell me I can't post my pregnancy on my page when I'm excited about it? Like, that's an exciting moment for a woman, is to be carrying a child. That's exciting. So I posted it, and you know, everybody was, congrats, that's so awesome. Oh, I can't wait to see what the baby looks like. No, this other stuff. Well, it got back to his other baby mom, and before I know it, I was getting threats and stuff, and it was bad. So after that, he started with the threats, and you know, the I'ma kill you and all this other stuff. It was just a lot. And I basically cut him off. I broke up with him, I want to say a week after I found out I was pregnant, because I didn't want my child to be around that, so I broke up with him. And I did not see him. I did not see my son's dad the whole time I was pregnant. I didn't see him. He didn't come to no doctor's appointments. He didn't come to the baby shower. He didn't come to his birth. He didn't do anything. He didn't come. But he was also trying to deny my son. Like, he was excited when I told him I was pregnant. Then it's like his other baby mama found out. And then he suddenly started denying my son. That ain't my baby. I don't know what to tell you. You better get an abortion or something, because it ain't mine, and all this other stuff. And I was just like, wow. Like, he was planned. Like, I didn't even get pregnant with him on accident. We planned him. So that kind of threw me off. I'm like, dang, straight up. So, you know, I did what I had to do. Like, I did my pregnancy alone, and I was cool. I had my mom and I had my family there to support. So it wasn't like I was going through it alone. But, you know, we talked on and off during my pregnancy, but we didn't date. And it was like, when we talked, he just wanted to argue. no, like I told him the baby's name, and he's like, no, I don't like it. You need to change it. And he's getting my last name. And in my head, I'm like, no, he's not. We're not married, for one. And two, why would I do you the honor of giving my son your last name when you denied him, said you wanted him to die, said you was going to kill me? Like, no, I'm not, no. So I gave my son my last name, and I did not invite Brian to the hospital, because I felt like this is an emotional moment for me. This is something that I'm about to go through. This is my first time experiencing childbirth. You know, I should be able to be relaxed and calm and not have no drama when I go through this. On top of the fact, I did a natural birth. I didn't have any meds. And the only person in the room with me was my mom. And that's how I wanted it. You know, I wanted my birth to be a special moment. I wanted it to be something that I could look back on and be like, man, that was awesome. And I can. Like, when I look back on my birth, I'm like, man, that was amazing. Like, my birth was beautiful. Like, it really was. It was so quick and painless and simple. I went home the next day and everything was good. So he ended up finding out because his other baby mom actually seen it and sent him a picture and was like, oh, your baby was born. And he's like, dang, he looks just like me. And she was like, yep, no denying that. So he actually ended up, I had my son on Halloween of 2015. He did not meet his dad until New Year's Day. He met his dad on New Year's. New Year's of 2016, he met his dad. And he was a little over 2 months old. And yeah, so after that, he was kind of just in and out. You know, every time we get into it, he started with the threats, calling me out my name, telling me that I was a bum and all this other stuff. And it was just bad. You know, it was a lot. It was too much for me to deal with, being a new mom and trying to finish school and doing it by myself. It was a lot. I did suffer postpartum really bad. Amira had colic really bad, so that did not help it at all. I was also a breastfeeding mom, so I got mastitis all the time. It was crazy. And yeah, so he is around now. He does see him now. I mean, that's not as much as he should, but you know, I'm just thankful that he's around, that he does help, you know, some type of way financially. But I will tell people, if you think that you want to have a kid, that's fine. Like, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with having children. Like, having children are, like, boys, especially boys are fun as heck. Like, boys are amazing. But make sure that you know the person that you're having a baby by fully first, because, like, honestly, if I could go back and choose who my son's dad is, I would definitely choose somebody different. Just because I feel like, as a man, you should have told me from jump that you were still messing with her. And me and her are cool now. We close as hell. Like, me and her are tight. Like, that, I could honestly consider her one of my best friends. And everybody's like, that's so weird. You talk to the other baby mama, y'all are cool. I'm like, yeah. Like, she literally does so much for my son. Like literally, she does so much for him. Like, I'm very, very blessed to have her in my life. And, you know, she was there when Brian wasn't there. You know, when Amir was sick and Amir needed something, she went and got it. If I needed to go to work and needed a babysitter, she watches them. If I just need a break, she's like, bring him to me. Like, she literally loves my son as if he was hers. And I cannot thank her enough for that. So, definitely shout out to Marissa, because Marissa, she been there since day one. Like, she always had my back. She might not have had my back when I was pregnant, but me and her know what was up with that. But since she's met Amir and actually been in his life, she's definitely showed that, you know, I can really count on her. So just want her to know that I appreciate everything you do. So I mean, hey, it is what it is. Just like know who you're having a baby by. Just, that's all I can say. Because it's, I mean, you can date somebody and still not physically know them fully, and you can date them for years and you still don't know them. So just, you know, do your research on people, get to know them, because I feel like my son shouldn't have to deal with somebody in and out of his life and, you know, coming around when he wants to. You know, I feel like that's not, I always try to tell these men, buying things does not make you a father. It doesn't. Buying things doesn't make you a father. Just because you buy him things and see him from time to time, that doesn't make you a father at all. The fact that this past time, he just messaged me today and asked if he can get him tomorrow, and I told him yeah. But before yesterday, he hadn't messaged me about my son since Labor Day. That's the last time I talked to him, was Labor Day on the 5th. So, you know, just do better, man. Come on now. Like, do better. That's all I got to say, is just do better. Do better, especially by your sons. Like, if you have a son, man, cherish him, because your son is a reflection of you. Your son is gonna grow up. Have you ever heard of freaking statistics and stuff? Like, yes, like my son is not gonna be a statistic. I don't care. It's bad enough that my son is a mixed child. And mixed people be saying black people have it bad and have it hard and rough. Like, they do. They truly do. I can't say that. African American people do have it really, really hard. But a lot of people don't think about mixed people. Like me, bro, I get so much shit for being mixed. It's crazy. Like, literally, I've had people say some hateful stuff towards me for being mixed. I had people make fun of me for being mixed in school. I had people call me a nigger baby in school, a nigger lover. Like, I had a lot of hateful comments made towards me. And I think that's why I'm so strong today, and I'm able to just kind of like brush it off now, because it doesn't really bother me anymore. Because I'm proud to be mixed. I'm proud to be like, yeah, I'm not just black, I'm not just white, I'm mixed. I got the best of both worlds. But my son, he's Hispanic. And, you know, as soon as they announced that Trump was in the office and he was trying to send all Hispanics back over the border and all that other stuff, honestly, my heart hurt. I was like, bro, I have a Hispanic son. Like, I'm going to have to worry about that now. I'm going to have to worry about him going out in public and getting bullied. I'm going to have to worry about people messing with him. I'm going to have to worry about if he's safe where he goes, because people talk so much crap about Hispanics and they're not really liked. Like, they're kind of like Arabs. A lot of people talk about Arabs and they don't really fully understand their culture. It's the same with Hispanics. A lot of people just talk about them and think they're these bad people, and they're not. My son's dad is Hispanic. And, you know, people talk about him behind his back and tell me, and I'm like, okay, that's my son's dad. We might have had difficult, you know, patches and problems in our relationship, but that's still my son's dad. So, you know, I just pray that my son doesn't have to go through some of the stuff I went through. Like, I truly got bullied in school. Like, I had a girl walk up to me and smack me for no reason before. Like, it was just because I was half black. And I just really don't want my son to go through that. Like, my son is, yeah, that's my baby. Like, I'd kill for him. I'd do time for my son. So, just please know the people you sleep with. Know who you're having a baby by. And that's really all I got to say about that subject. That's what happened between me and his dad. And, you know, no hard feelings at the end of the day. That's still his dad. You know, I won't say that I love him, but I do have love for him just because he did give me my son. So I feel like you always have to have love for a person that gave you a child. But as for everything else, no, I do not see myself ever getting back with him. He actually just had another baby in May. So he's in a completely different relationship. But yeah, I'm just now getting home. I'm gonna edit this video and upload it for you guys. And yeah, tell me what else you want me to talk about. Put it in the comments. I am doing a question and answer video tonight because everybody keeps asking me to. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later.